Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for January 2016. Please click on the timestamps below in the Show More section to take you to your sign directly. I'm using the one card from a Morgan Greer tarot deck and one card from the Robin Woods tarot deck. I'm not showing the shuffles in this particular video because it's taking a long time to process and upload the videos to YouTube when they're so long. So I am editing that out in this video. If you would like to get the videos I've recorded for download and purchase for what's lucky and new for you in 2016, you can get this by clicking on the link below in this Show More section, or you can go to my website as it's posted up here, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos tab on my menu and click on page 4. And there you will find the links for each of your signs for the What's Lucky and New for You in 2016, where I'm using a Morgan Greer tarot deck, one card from that, one card from the Doreen Virtue's Archangel Gabriel Oracle cards, and my crystal. Hopefully the messages there will give you additional help and insight into what's coming up for the year ahead for you. I'd also like to remind everybody that these are general readings, and to gain more insight and information, please watch your rising sign, also known as your ascendant, and or your moon sign, because some months they will make a lot more sense to you than your sun sign will. So all that being said, now on to the readings. The first card that showed up for you, Aries, is the King of Swords. And this is from the Robin Wood tarot deck, King of Swords. Now, King of Swords to me is a card that symbolizes an air sign male. This would be either a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Women can also come up as kings. I feel like you're going to be working out a lot of details with this King of Swords. Some of you may be going through the pangs of divorce, separation, or jealousy about this King of Swords. That's the case for some of you, not all of you. I get you feeling nervous and a little unsure, and that there may be a lot of secret workings going on, like undercover, secret, either things you don't want to come out or things you don't know about. I just get, it's hard to pull it apart in a general reading, who's actually the perpetrator of the secrets. I get that you have a lot of sense of confusion about this King of Swords. I don't feel you're really sure about him or her for whatever the reason. I get you, like, if they're just talking about this King of Swords is definitely gives you confusion. I do feel that you're going to be giving a lot of time and attention and detail and going over things with this King of Swords. Now, maybe you work together and you have to work out details and iron out situations in regard to work. For some of you, if he's a love partner you're separated from or divorcing from, you may have to work out settlement and divorce agreements or child custody arrangements with this King of Swords. It could be in other scenarios as well. I feel that this King of Swords has a tendency to spend an awful lot of time alone, almost like too much time alone. And I see that giving you cause for concern. I don't know if it concerns the king, that the king's spending all that time alone, but I definitely see it concerning you for whatever the reason. He does bring a lot of money to the table, and they do say that he is a prominent player. So I feel they mean with money, like he brings a lot of money to the table if he's a gambler, if it's in a love relationship, if it's in a business deal, whatever deal it is with him, he brings a lot of money to the table. The next card you have, which comes from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, you have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles to me symbolizes a earth sign person. This would either be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This may be a good friend that you're sowing your wild oats with, or going out and partying with, or having a good friendship or connection with. If this person was a mystery to you in the past, I feel like that's over and you can really see them and understand them very clearly now, who they are and what's going on with them. You either have a friendship bond with this Page of Pentacles or a familial bond. I'm not really feeling like it's love here. I do feel that this page is very good at strategizing and planning things together with, and I see you getting involved with them on some kind of team in some way. It's either a team through work, a social network, like, you know, maybe you play volleyball with them or her. It could be other kinds of activities you do, but I pick up a lot of social things. So I see you joining forces and joining teams and networking and participating with this Page of Pentacles. I do feel this, for some of you, this Page of Pentacles does want to make an impression on you and does want to please you. So whether that's friendship or love, or even in a work sense, I do get whoever this page is to you does care about what your impression is of them and what you think or feel about them. So we just have to see what comes up in the beginning of February for the February reading, Aries. So now on to Taurus. And the first card I got for you, Taurus, is the Fool from the Robin Wood Tarot deck. And the Fool is a card to me that symbolizes starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to be careful that you don't have your head in the clouds and you get taken, you know, blindsided or be too naive and caught unawares. I do feel, Taurus, you're getting invited to attend some kind of gathering. I do feel that you're doing a lot of strategizing of things, and I get it's real easy right now for you to appear and to disappear, and to appear and disappear. So I feel like maybe you're not traveling fully at full blast in your social circle or in the circles you normally do, because I am picking up you, like, you know, in and out of whatever's going on with you, like retreating and coming out. I do feel you got a lot of happiness coming to you, especially over the next 6 months. And I definitely get you doing planning, like planning, strategizing, scheming, but it's not negative scheming. It's just like those words linked together, showing me you're really in a very intense planning phase of something. I do feel some of you are offering yourselves up for scrutiny and public opinion, and I see you diving into it with both feet. It's like I see you holding your nose and taking the plunge, like jumping in with both feet. That's what I see. So you have some of you are definitely foregoing any shyness or reservations you've had about people voicing their opinions about you, because I see you, many of you, putting yourselves in that position where people will be looking at you, scrutinizing you, and giving opinions, feedback, positive or negative, whichever. This is your year of action. They're telling me the waiting game is over, and I feel that 2016 is actually a strong year of action for you. They are bringing that up. So the other card, and both of these cards fell out of their decks. I did not have to cut the decks to get them. Your second card from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes parties, gatherings, and celebrations. This could also indicate three sisters, three friends, or it can symbolize a celebratory conclusion to something ending in your life. I feel like, again, it comes up, you working out the details, and I see a lot of family and friends on board for you with whatever you're doing. Like they're backing you up, they're supporting you, they're happy for you, and they're benefiting. A lot of your friends and family are actually benefiting from some of your successes. I see that as well. I do see many of you want to be in partnership again with someone. So you may be reopening a door that got closed to the past. It could be a friendship. It could be a friend that got, the door got closed on, or it could be a past love relationship. And now the two of you are going to come back together again. I just see you desiring that reconnection to happen. I do feel there's a lot of ingenuity going on your part right now, and I do see people seeking you out. They're telling me people are going to be seeking you out for advice or ideas, inspirations, suggestions, teaching, healing, anything. I get that people are going to be seeking you out for any of those things that I just named because it's circling around strong for you. I feel some of you, there's an engagement or a proposal that circles around the month of May. I know this is the mid-month of January reading, but they are talking about that. And if it's not you, it could be someone in your family. If you have sons or daughters or, granddaughters or, maybe even you. I get engagements and things like that circling around in the month of May. So I hope that made sense to you, Taurus. Now on to Gemini. And the first card I got for you, Gemini, for the mid-month of January 2016, you got the Ace of Swords from the Robin Wood's Tarot deck. And the Ace of Swords is one of my favorite cards. This is a card that means victory, and it also means truth being revealed. I feel like you're learning a lot of new things, stylizing your hair differently, channeling new energies also comes up here for Geminis. If you've been having a hard time letting go of some old pattern or behavior, I feel that you are going to be breaking it now in this month of January and going into February, or this year at least. I do feel many of you Geminis are going to receive an advancement in your salary or, income in some way. Any formidable opponents that step up to the plate against you, I get you're going to knock them right out of the park. Like, I'm seeing you hit a home run. So any opponents, you're going to just blow them away. If you have rivals or if there's, other people at your, place where you work or, whatever the situation is that are vying for different positions, I feel you're just going to blow them all away. I do feel many of you are going to be talking to someone that is going to be like a match made in heaven over the course of January, February, March, could even be in April. But this sounds like conversation. I don't know that you're dating them or going out with them yet. You're communicating with them somehow. So it could be through work or, you could strike up a friendship, but it's not a romance yet. Now, that would apply to you single and looking Geminis. That obviously isn't going to apply to all of you. So the card you got from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles to me symbolizes an earth sign male. This would either be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Women can also be knights. If you're reliving a past relationship, exercise caution. Now, I know this may sound like a weird message here, but if you connect with someone new that you feel like you've known them from a previous incarnation, like that simpatico feeling is there, like I know this person before, just proceed with caution in the relationship. It doesn't mean it's not going to work out, but I feel like the beginning stages may be tenuous or like have a big question mark around it. So don't charge ahead and barrel ahead strongly there because you don't want to wreck anything or scare anyone off. You need to proceed, like strolling down the lane, not driving 100 miles an hour down the highway toward the relationship. I feel for many of you, you're going to come across this Knight of Pentacles at a party, gathering, or celebration, that you're going to meet them or re-meet them or get introduced to them. I don't know what the exact scenario is going to be for all of you because this is a general reading, but I do get some of you reconnect or connect with him in the first place at something that seems like a function, could be a work function even, or a party, gathering, or celebration. You may find, if you haven't known him before or her before, you may find their air about them off-putting. So you may be like wary of them at first, like, really? Like, what's up with this Knight of Pentacles? But I see it's just some like weird defense mechanism or air that this Knight of Pentacles puts off, and that once you get into a conversation or talking with them, that whole persona just falls away, so just know that if this is someone new you're meeting, not to be thrown by your immediate first impression. So I hope this made sense for you, Gemini. Now on to Cancer. And the first card I got for you, Cancer, is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Now, this is coming from the Robin Wood Tarot deck, and the Page of Wands is a card that symbolizes a fire sign person, a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be a child because it is a page, but adults also come up as pages. I feel that you're getting something honorary given to you, and I feel that someone taking you by the hand and changing things for you or helping you or changing circumstances. I do get that. I feel that you are being led out of an unhealthy situation. Some of you may have your spirit guides leading you out of an unhealthy situation, but they could also be people that are in the physical three-dimensional world that are leading you out of, problems, difficult situations. I'm getting that sense. I also hear that any criminal activity that you've been part of or maybe has gone on around you and maybe you haven't been part of it is going to be done and over with, and you are going to be walking away from it. And again, you could have been involved with somebody that had some dicey legal, illegal activities going on around them. It could be that. I just get anything like that, any unhealthy situations, and especially if it's illegal, you will be walking away from it. This is a year of jumping big hurdles for you, they're telling me. You may have an opportunity to buy into something, someone's business or someone's company, or, become partners with somebody, or, it could be stocks or bonds, even things like that. But I get some opportunity comes to you, and they are telling me that this year is a year of big jumps and leaps for Cancers. And any unhealthy situations in the past where there's been people or individuals that have been singled out, I feel those circumstances and situations are over and done with now. So you could be leaving even unhealthy family alliances and situations and connections. It could be, friendships, love relationships. I just get that, again, it comes up as you leaving unhealthy situations, and I see you really focusing hard on how to change your life, what things you want to do and see and control and change in your life. I see that being a strong focus for you. Now, your other card from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, this may be you, Cancer, because you have King of Cups, and King of Cups to me is a card that symbolizes a water sign male, either being a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Women can also be kings. I do feel in many ways, Cancer, you've learned your lessons the hard way. And I feel this may be karmic lessons, but I do feel you've gone through a lot and learned a lot of things the hard way. If any of you were a teacher and you dropped out of teaching, I feel you're going to be getting back into teaching, some of you, that was your profession. I do see you trying to undo some things that were done and reworking things and reorganizing things. I see you also trying to repair some kinds of relationships. So I do see you want your freedom, but at the same time, you want that feeling of being connectedness, of being connected, and you want that connectedness feeling. So I do see you changing a lot of things about your life here in 2016, relationship-wise, and getting offers and opportunities that look like, you know, maybe risks, but you taking big jumps and big leaps this year. High times for you, even though this is January, mid-January reading, I do feel September, October, and November are particular high points for you where you're feeling really good and everything is at right and at peace with your life and your world in those 3 months. And there's going to be good things happening for you then. So I hope that made sense to you, Cancer. Now on to Leo. And the card I got for you from the Robin Wood Tarot deck, Leo, you have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes this is a meditative state, a pause, a resting phase, a recuperation. It can be a recuperation from an illness. I hear now you're going through some kind of catharsis and change. I do feel some of you may actually be recovering from surgery. Could be also back pain and the words healing. So either you've had some surgery and you're healing, or you've had back pain and maybe injections of some sort and you're healing from that. But healing does actually come up. I do feel some of you are going to be getting offered some kind of deal, contract, deal, that may actually let you get out of something, which doesn't really sound like a contract. That kind of sounds like the opposite of a contract to me. But I do get some of you that are in the business and working world, or it could even be about selling real estate and a property. It could be about that. I do get you getting some kind of deal, and in some cases, this is going to help some of you get out of something. Some of you may have dismantled your home and are relocating to a new home. It doesn't necessarily have to be far away. Maybe you just built a brand new house 3 blocks from where you live. I mean, it could even be that close. But I do get many of you Leos dismantling your surroundings and relocating. Somebody may have misappropriated funds that were connected to do with you. And they may have also illegally used your name. I don't know that this means identity theft. It could be, but it also could be maybe somebody took credit for something you did, some work you did, something you wrote, something you created, some work of yours. So I don't know, Leo, that's coming up, but I don't feel it's coming up to happen. I feel like it's already happened because they're telling me this resting phase that you're in, some of you are getting over it and learning how to deal with it. So I feel like it's already happened. I don't feel like I'm telling you something new. So from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, you've got the Fool. And the Fool is a card to me that symbolizes going off to a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. And you have to be careful you don't get blindsided because you don't want to be, so have your head up in the clouds that reality tricks you. I see you getting along really well with some new partnerships, new groups, new dealings with friends and associations. So if you've recently joined forces with someone in a friendship, you've become friends with someone, or you are now romantically seeing someone and you're meeting their friends and their relatives, I see it going well for you. Any new relationships of any kinds, even work relationships, coming in that's new this year and especially soon between now and the end of May, I feel that are going to go well and be positive for you. Some of your appetite has changed and your diet has changed drastically. Maybe some of you haven't felt like eating, or you have just decided to change what you're eating, or you've gone the opposite direction and you can't stop eating. Whatever's going to happen here, I feel like I feel like it's changes, but I feel more on the positive sense, like working things out to do with your food intake, your digestion, your health, your calorie intake. It could be because of dieting, but it could be for health reasons as well. You may have a friend that has to undergo some surgery. It may be heart surgery, but it could be could be pulmonary, could be lungs too. I don't know, but I see some of you have a friend that's going to undergo surgery. If they've been hanging by a thread and not doing well, they may not pull through. The only thing I don't like that if it happens in January, we are in Mercury in retrograde, and I have seen many people pass, and pets, because my pet passed on the 5th, and I had parents pass in retrograde, both of them, and friends of mine. So I'm not saying this to be a doomsday sentence, but I do see for some of you that any Leos that you have that are going in, any friends of yours, Leo, that you have going in for surgery, and it's serious surgery and they haven't been doing well, they may not make it. So I don't want to be a doomsday sentence here, but it is coming up for some of you. But I do see some positive things for you, Leo. Now on to Virgo. Wow, you have something freaky that happened here, Virgo. I pulled one card from the Robin Wood Tarot deck and one card from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and you have the same card twice. You've got the Queen of Wands. So this Queen of Wands was definitely slated to turn up for you in both cards. So let me read the Robin Wood deck first. Why is Queen of Wands here? I hear you're going to be altering your perception, that like something is changing. You may be feeling like you're on a little bit of a roller coaster ride, because I'm getting up and down, like feeling like you're getting good news and feeling like you're getting bad news. And feeling like you're getting good news and then feeling like you're getting bad news. So you may, I don't know if it's bad news, but just like an up and down sensation here. I do feel some of you feel like you're on the lookout for any good deal or opportunity that could come by for you to grab onto it, because I feel like you're trying to get like a firm hold on something that could stabilize your income or stabilize your family in some way. So I know that's a little bit of a confusing message there. They're saying you may have to take a detour from some kind of road trip or plan, and they're saying everything happens the way it's supposed to. So if you're disappointed that something you had planned or you hoped was going to come up or come to fruition, it just comes up as a detour, either being rerouted or postponed, but something gets detoured for you. It's a blessing and a benefit. It's a blessing in disguise, even if you don't see that right away. I do feel that you are going to make a lot of money this year, Virgo. Some of you, it's in the second quarter predominantly, but I do feel it's to do with reworking something. This could be restructuring your finances or what you're working on. It could be revamping your web business or changing what you're doing with, your job, with your work. Anything that would have an impact on your finances and your financial picture, getting stronger. But I see it's some things you're doing to it. You're tweaking things. You're edging things out. You're buying new things. You seem right now, to me, I feel like Virgos really would like to be on the forefront of change, that you want things to be changing. And I feel you're good with it. Like, I'm not feeling like you are resistant to change at all right now. I'm not getting that sense. I'm getting that that's what you want. So let me read the other Queen of Rods from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I feel like your family is starting to solidify and become more grounded. I do feel that there's someone that's going to come in for you and lift your spirits, boost your spirits, talk to you, help you. This is very likely the Queen of Rods, which could be male or female, and the Queen of Rods would either be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I do feel you teaming up and strategizing with someone and really thinking outside the box and like getting some things together. Now, let me say this. You may start, whatever your relationship is with this Queen of Rods, it almost doesn't matter for what I'm going to say now. You are going to start something with this Queen of Rods. It could be a severe exercise program where you guys go walking and lifting weights and, running or playing racquetball or whatever you do intensely. Or you're going to team up together and start working on something that the two of you can do together to make additional money for you. Like a sideline, a hobby, maybe that you turn into a job or a business and start making money from that. I see you working with very diligently and like intently and intensely with this Queen of Rods. Now, for some of you, this Queen of Rods may be a romantic partner because, don't be thrown that it's a queen, because men can also be queens as well as women can be knights and kings. I do see you turning some grandiose plan into some money-making opportunity. I feel that's going to occur this year. The seeds may be germinating of it this month. I know this is the mid-month Psychic Tarot update, but, my guides are talking about this. They're not really totally pinpointing time as to when this is going to occur for you this year of 2016. And I see that whatever's going on here, you're going to have a sense of feeling like you got unstuck from some kind of mud. And the mud may have been boredom, or the mud may have been financial difficulties and struggles. But I get whatever that stuck in the mud kind of feeling would apply to you. I see you getting out of it. You're getting out of some stuck kind of feeling. So I hope that helped you, Virgo. Now on to Libra. And the first card that showed up for you from the Robin Woods Tarot deck, Libra, you have the card of Six of Wands. This card symbolizes to me victory. Victory from a battle or from difficult times. I do feel that some of you are leading the charge and leading the way in a new way of doing things. I also feel that you've managed to open up some people's eyes about things that are going on around you and around the family and around life. Some of you may be getting offered or taking a part-time job that may offer the selling something, like a part-time job of selling in some way. Could be cars, could be retail, could be working in retail, or it could be like with a company that you have to go around and make calls on, different companies. It could be sales calls, but it comes up to me as part-time more than anything else. I feel that some advice is coming in for you that Libras need to stop being divided in two about things this year. I see you divided about two places, two people, two situations, two ways of feeling, especially if you have two different people in your life and you're divided about your feelings about them. That's like they're saying to try to stop being divided because, I guess the scales of Libra do tend to be balanced. So I see why you do sometimes maybe get divided in your opinions or your thoughts or feelings on things. But the guides are saying that now you may need to be more definitive or decisive. That indecision or being divided isn't actually assisting you right now. It's kind of a detriment for you. So the card that showed up out of the Morgan Greer Tarot deck for you, Libra, for this mid-month of January, you have the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods, to me, this is a card that could symbolize a fire sign person, a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be a child or an adult. I do see you feeling melancholy and blue and kind of wishing back to better times, the way things used to be. Like, could be back to your childhood, could be back to old times, maybe when you were married and maybe you got divorced and this is a marriage partner for you, or old times of something like hanging out with your friends and going and doing different things, or even an old job that you really liked. I just see you going through like memories, melancholia, fond memories, but they're saying almost like you're kind of wishing for the past or reliving the past in your mind. I do feel that you're going to do some outward expressions of yourself. And in one of the ways I feel this is going to be through taking a trip. Some of you may be visiting, states, a few states away, going somewhere, like if you live in the United States or if you live in a province, a few provinces away. Some of you could be visiting a coastal area. I feel like you've had a lot of things that have gone on in your life from September through January. I'm seeing that arc of time leading up to now and this point of January. And I feel that it's gotten you a little confused and your head spinning a little bit. So that's coming up for some of you Libras. I see you dithering back and forth between a decision. And I see you having to tell someone no, but I don't feel you really wanted to say no or feel comfortable with having to say no. So, but I do see you dithering and going back and forth over this decision or some kind of decision. I do feel you're not prepared for something to happen in your life right now, but I see you going through the inner workings of it in your mind and trying to run different scenarios and plan it out and think it out for what's going to come forward. And this all has to do with that decision, the dithering, the feeling divided. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Libra. You have to think about that and see what comes up in the beginning of the month of February for you in the longer readings. So now on to Scorpio. And the first card I got for you, Scorpio, from the Robin Wood Tarot deck is the Three of Wands. And this is a very excellent card. This is a card that symbolizes success. You could be letting something go for success to come in, or you could be waiting patiently for success to come to you, but it's coming to you nonetheless. I feel some of you, if you're working Scorpios, are going to have somebody that's going to want you to run something for them or lead something for them, like be in charge, maybe become a manager or the head of a department or a head of a division or a team leader or in charge of a whole new branch. It doesn't matter what kind of work you're in, but I do feel that your higher ups are starting to look at you like you need to become a leader or put you in a leadership position. I do feel there may be some people that would like to stop you and stop that from happening. And I do feel that there's some people divided around you about how they feel about you or your success or what is coming to you. So, and this could be in anything. It could be in your family. Maybe you have family members divided about you, but it comes up strongly about work or groups and organizations. Like maybe you do public service for your community and you're in a group there and they want you to head it or become treasurer or become the president or become the leader or the chairperson or chairman, whatever. I get that there's people divided about that for you. Some people want you to succeed and others do not. This could be very strongly in a work situation as well. So just know that, Scorpio, that's coming up here. You do have success, but you have your some people for you and some people detractors for you. So just be on your guard about that. The next card you have that comes up here from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck makes total sense to me what they were talking with that card. You have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is a work-related card usually, and money. It's a card that shows expanding your craft. expanding your skills. It could be expanding your business. It could be if you work for somebody else, they're expanding what you're doing as an employee in some form or shape or fashion, and skills and or job details and duties are being expanded for you, and financial gain comes in here. If you are after some kind of promotion or raise, I do feel that you are going to get it. I do feel when this happens, it may happen very abruptly and like completely out of the blue or by surprise, because I see not only you seeming like, wow, I didn't expect that, or you didn't expect it when it happened. I get other people like, whoa, like, did that just happen? Like all of a sudden. I feel for some of you Scorpios, you're not really getting a forewarning of it. I do see you starting to understand you have to start listening to your own gut, your own intuition, and your own guidance. I'm seeing you start to think like, I have to stop listening to other people's opinions, or I need to stop listening to gossip and scuttlebutt. I see you starting to realize that some of that kind of energy has actually been detrimental to you in your past, in either work or social situations or with family. So I see you starting to realize that you need to take your own counsel and not listen too much to others or get embroiled in gossip and things like that with others. Some of you are going to start making a real splash on the jet set scene, where I feel like you're going to start going out and really spending a lot of time out and about, partying, having a good time, socializing with new people, moving in the fast lane. So some of you Scorpios this year, you have an active year. For many of you, I feel, in this year of 2016. So I hope those messages helped you. Now on to Sagittarius. And the first card I got for you, Sagittarius, from the Robin Wood's Tarot deck, you got the Star. And the Star is a card to me that symbolizes spiritual blessings, the divine source hearing your prayers and wishes and what you would like to see happen, and giving you spiritual blessings. I feel like you're going to start viewing yourself as, I'm treating me to a whole new me, like a whole new you. I'm seeing you think that about yourself and what you're going to start doing with yourself and your life. I feel like you have had it up to the brim with shysters, backstabbers, users, detractors, non-believers, anybody that's ripped you off or, been a burden to you, or tried to steal your thunder, or try to make you the scapegoat. I get all of those things, like you have completely had it. And I see you starting to focus on yourself, of what you can do to change and improve your life, and wanting a new outlook and a new feeling for 2016 for many of you. Anything that was kept secret or in the shadows comes out and gets revealed to you now, I feel, this month, and maybe even moving forward a little bit, February, possibly into March. But I really feel at the start of this year, in this month of January and going into February, that anything that was kept secret or hidden from you, or and it could be any kind of secrets, family secrets, loved ones secrets, friends secrets, business, coworkers secrets, or secrets within the business or company where you work, could be all coming out now. And because I see you getting aware. I'm seeing you be more in tune and wise to the circumstances and situations going on around you. I do feel that some of you are going to get involved in lending a hand and doing some kind of help. This could be helping out the elderly. It could be helping out at nursing homes. It could be helping out in preschools with little children, or helping out someone in your family that's maybe a mother that just had a baby and maybe she needs your help. It could be groups, homeless shelters and things like that. Teens, anything. But I see some of you are going to start doing some kind of, for lack of a better word, community service, or devoting some time to some of these projects I mentioned. and people I mentioned. So the next card you have here in your reading from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, Sagittarius, you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes being in partnership. This can be partnership in business or can be partnership in romance. I do feel that you're starting to take things in a whole new way and taking a lot of things with a grain of salt. I do see you really exhausted and tired of tiresome, problematic situations, and they're saying you're taking things with a grain of salt. I feel that you're going to start like blowing things off, but not, I don't mean that to sound in a negative way. It's actually for perseverance to help you. It's actually going to help you mentally, spiritually, and physically to start letting some things go. There may be a sibling that comes in for you that wants you to split the difference with them. And it could be split the difference in time and energy you have to devote and share to something, or it could be splitting the difference of some kind of profit or something, or splitting the difference of something that needs to be paid and is owed. Just depends on which Sagittarius you are. I do feel like you do not want to sit around and rest on your laurels anymore. And I do feel that you want to get out of any kind of energy that's been making you feel frustrated or like not feel good about yourself. See, that's the feeling I keep picking up. Not that I'm not saying all Sagittarians don't feel good about themselves. I just feel that there's some circumstances and situations that you've had to deal with people close to you and in your life, whether it be friends, families, lovers, work, whatever it is, that have sought to depress you, feel like they've derailed you, or make you feel like you start to question yourself about you, your worth, and what your value is. And I feel that you're going to stop doing that. You're not going to continue on with that feeling. You're going to do everything you can to shake those cobwebs out and dust yourself off and let some things go and move forward. I see you very determined this year. I feel like one of the words for you for this year is determination. And I do see good things happening for you throughout the year. So I hope this reading was of help to you. Have to stay tuned for the longer reading for the Psychic Tarot reading for your sign at the beginning of February. So now on to Capricorn. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. The first card I have for you, Capricorn, from the Robin Wood Tarot deck, you have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands to me is a card that symbolizes a fire sign male. This would be either a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Knights can also be females. I do feel that you're going to start getting along with someone extremely well, Capricorn. There's a lot of simpatico, similarities, and synchronicity and all kinds of getting along words here. I do feel that you're going to be spending a lot of time going back and forth between two places. This could be two residences, two jobs, could also be two countries. Maybe you're getting involved with somebody that doesn't live nearby to you, and you two are spending a lot of time traveling back and forth to each other's homes. It could be that. It could be that maybe your job is making you travel out of state or out of town or to another country, and you're back and forth a lot between there. It just depends on which Capricorn you are. I see there's many, like I see you preventing something, bringing something to a halt, to an end, to a close. And I feel that there's other people in this situation that didn't want that to end, stop, or be closed off. So I feel like if you're an employer, maybe you had to shut something down, a company or a certain way something was produced or had been handling, and you shut something down. Because I see people not wanting it to be shut down, but you knew for the posterity of money, the situation, people involved, all the whole circumstance, supply and demand, whatever word you want to use, that it was in the best interest of something to get stopped or shut down. I feel you have a lot of success happening and spinning around you and praise in the month of February. You may be feeling like you want to get up and sing a little song, Capricorn. I don't know. There's some energy that seems really positive and good for you around the middle of the month of February, between the 12th and the 18th in particular. I see that whole center portion being really good for you, and you feeling like happy, joyous, relieved, success, invigorated. Like I see upbeat, elevated moods, especially in that time period. I also see you're not going to want to be dealing with any more complaining or gossipy people. And I feel like if you have to work with them or deal with them in whatever regard, you're going to cut them out or stop dealing with them as much, or like limit it to a point of almost non-existence. So there's some people I feel you have started to view like they're a problem, or they're too gossipy, or it's like a distraction. It's not good, positive energy. And so I see you making some headway or thoughts about, I'm going to change this, or I'm going to, not deal with them as much because it's bringing me down. Now, the next card you have here, Capricorn, in your reading today, you have the Three of Cups from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, which is attending parties, gatherings, and celebrations. This could be a celebratory conclusion to something going on in your life. It could also be three sisters, three friends. It could also be you could attend the parties, or you could be throwing the parties, one or the other. I see you're going to be laughing, because I'm hearing everything that you wanted to come to fruition or to come about and to happen has happened. I do actually feel like you've gotten somewhere. You've gotten some successes, some things that were held up or you were waiting for to come through, or to make some breakthrough or headway has happened. So this is why I pick up this happy, elated mood from you. I really feel like many of you are going to feel like you're getting more respected, more admired, more revered, more respected. I do feel like you're going to be making some important directional changes, and feeling like you're rubbing elbows with the big boys, like you're rising up that ladder, you're coming to the top where there's people in maybe administrative positions or head lead positions. You may be dealing with them, running in their circles now, and maybe you didn't feel like that before. But I just generally get a feeling of elation, happiness, success. But I don't know that you're going to feel it in January. Even though this is the mid-month of January, we are in Mercury in retrograde. So pay attention to that, Capricorn. I feel that once we get out of Mercury in retrograde, especially past the shadow period, exiting it, you're going to start to see a lot of things be happy, above board, and give you these kind of positive feelings and things happening. So I hope that made sense for you, Capricorn. Now on to Aquarius. And the first card I got for you, Aquarius, from the Robin Woods Tarot deck, you've got the Lovers card that shows up here. And the Lovers card to me is a card that symbolizes two people that are really in tune with each other's needs. They are very empathic with each other. They are also very passionate about each other. There could be outside interference from jobs, children, family members, exes. So you always have to see what is around the Lovers card. Sometimes it's hard to read by itself. I hear you're going to be getting along with someone really well. I do feel that you're going to be talking with them and making a pact with them about getting something done. So you may be doing some project or plan with them. This could be a friend, but it comes up like it could be a love romantic partner. I feel that if you're single, you two are going to be really feeling each other out to see what you're all about. Like getting to know each other as friends and talking. And so let me just say this. If you're single and you meet, or even not, but let's just go with single, and you meet someone, I don't feel it's going to take off like a rocket in the sense that you start dating or seeing each other right away, romantically speaking, but it's going to lead to that. This is a relationship that starts out in a different way. And then as you talk, learn about each other, get to know who each other are, you start to formulate a love relationship, a bond forms, and then you start seeing each other. So for some of you, this is someone new coming in for you, romantically speaking. I see a broadening and a deepening of a relationship, and sexual chemistry is also indicated here. So if you're already coupled with someone, I feel that your relationship is going to start to get more intense, form a stronger bond with each other. You may start to get feel like feelings of romance and amorous feelings get reignited or regenerated and become stronger between the two of you. That's for coupled. So either way, I really feel like if you're single or if you're coupled, this Lovers card is coming in here as a benefit to you, no matter which way you look at it. Now, your second card that came from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, you have the card of 8 of Pentacles. And 8 of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes the card of the apprentice. This could be learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, even starting a new business can come up with this. And you would have financial gains and rewards from it because 8 is a number that attracts money to you. I do see you starting something new, starting something from scratch. So maybe you're starting a new job, or you have gotten a new assignment at your job to start a new skill or a new task that you haven't had to do before. Or if you own your own business, you could be starting something new that you haven't offered before, or an area that you haven't explored comes up. I feel it's going to pay off very well for you, whatever this is. And I feel that you see the payoff time coming up for you strongly in September and October. For some of you, maybe even August, but it comes up the strongest in the month of September and going into October. You may have to reprogram yourself, retrain yourself, relearn something. Maybe you always did something in one particular way, and now you found a new way of doing something new and improved. And I feel like you're going to be able to learn it and get a handle on it. It's not like I feel like you can't do it. I feel like you will be able to do it, but you may have to rework the ways you were doing something before. I do feel that you get something up and running and off the ground, and I feel it's a big project. It's big. Whatever it is you're doing, Aquarius, it's big. So I want to say for you, I know this isn't a yearly reading, but I've kind of gotten themes through the different signs. I'd have to say this is your year of making some great headway in what you're doing. That's what comes up for Aquarius. So I hope this made sense to you. Please stay tuned to the beginning of February because those readings are longer and maybe more details will come out for you, and hopefully all this will make a lot more sense. So now on to Pisces. And the first card that you have that showed up for you, Pisces, from the Robin Wood Tarot deck, you have the Page of Cups, which actually could be you because this would be a water sign person, either being a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I'm hearing the words reinventing and using strategies. I feel like you may feel emotionally like your emotions are in some kind of helpless, hopeless, swirling sea of confusion. Emotionally speaking, that's not going to be the case for all of you, Pisces, but I do see some of you having like confusion and swirling emotional feelings. And I do feel some of you are going to receive some kind of offer that's going to come directly to you quite abruptly or unexpectedly or out of the blue. And I do feel this offer or opportunity, you are going to take it. for some of you, this is a stepping stone. It's going to be something that's going to lead you to something bigger and better down the line. So it's like a stepping stone to your future. Not to undermine what this offer or opportunity is. It is good, but you still are even going to go further or farther after that opportunity. I do see you kind of looking for approval. I'm also seeing you slightly look for attention. So I feel like you're looking for a little attention. You're doing a little attention seeking and looking for approval. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean work. It could, but it could be also in a love relationship or in some situation where you feel like you've kind of lost hope or you've gotten confused about it. Could be that swirling confusion. So I feel like you want to be acknowledged, noticed, understood, looked at, appreciated, recognized. I get all of that for you, Pisces. So in some regards, it can be in so many different scenarios, because for some of you, I feel it's at work. But for some of you, I feel it's in love. And for some of you, I feel it's in dealing with more than one person, not just a love relationship. So I see people's opinions being of concern to you in this month of January. The card you have from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is a card that symbolizes being in limbo. This is being in suspended animation. You're not moving forward, you're not moving backward, and you may have to draw at this time when these cards show up. When this card shows up, to me, it always indicates that Spirit is trying to get you to use your own intuition and develop your psychic ability and intuition to solve these issues and problems for you, especially when you're hanging in this limbo state. It's to like help you get through that period. I feel like you may start to look at yourself like you may feel like you've wasted some time. I get you feeling like, okay, I dithered too long, I waited too long about something, or maybe I need to put my pedal to the metal and you know, speed things up and not waste time. I do see some of you Pisces thinking that. I also see some of you Pisces maybe feeling a little intimidated by someone in your sphere of influence that may be making you feel unsure of yourself, or like you may get a feeling of like, I have to compete with them, or having to compete with someone, or prove yourself, or show yourself. Like I feel like you've got that kind of feeling going on. I do feel that you're going to learn to work through and work out any kinks or bugs in any systems that you've purchased or operations that you have going. So if you bought a new car and you're having kinks with how to work it or what's going on with it, or if it's giving you glitches or computers or any kind of technology, I feel that you're going to be working it out, figuring it out, getting it straightened out. Anything that has movable parts, could be electronic or technology, that's been giving you stumbling blocks, scratching your head, or giving you any kinds of, you know, troubles. I do see you really wanting some solid state in your life and not wanting to feel like you're drifting or wafting or, you know, sailing around, like a feeling of wanting to feel solid, grounded, stable, firm, consistent. Those adjectives are all swirling around here. So I feel that you've been going through a period of time where you maybe feel like you're drifting, like you're cut adrift, or you're like a ship bobbing around on a, you know, little rocky sea, that you don't want that sensation anymore. Like you're kind of getting tired of that, and you're looking for the port that you can sail into and, you know, drop your anchor and rest in calm waters. I do see you wanting that kind of sensation. I feel things look really, really prominent and good for you, where you're feeling upbeat, positive, and really feeling good about yourself and your life and your situation, especially in the month of August. Don't be disheartened. It's not that far away. Doesn't mean the rest of the year isn't good. I feel like you're working out the kinks right now in the beginning of the year, but by the time you get into August, you're feeling like you're riding high in many ways and your life is on the upswing. So I hope that made sense to you and was helpful to you. You please have to watch the beginning of February because those are longer videos and maybe more insight will come out for you there, Pisces. I hope so. So I want to thank you all for watching and liking and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please be sure to subscribe. That way you will get notified when I post my Psychic Tarot readings monthly and my mid-month Psychic Tarot updates. If you would like to get the videos I've recorded for what's lucky and new coming in for you in 2016 for your sign, please click on the link below in the description box in the Show More section. And that link will take you to those videos you can download and purchase. Or you can go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to my videos page 4, and there you will find each link for your signs to click on and take you to those videos of what's lucky and new for you in 2016. So I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your month of January, all the signs of the Zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.